just realized my mic was off this whole time. Cringe. Cringe. The smell of learning. Okay, so I just went on a whole discussion about, well, a reading of an article kind of about, so we're getting into panning. Yeah, we're getting into panning now. Wow, my mic has not been on this whole time. This whole time. So we're getting into panning. We did the volume earlier. We got the levels right. Well, ostensibly here. Let me listen, dog. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Okay, so now we're doing panning. We're going to go through and move some things to the left and some things to the right. The way I understand it, the point of panning is to well, there's different things you can do with it, but in this case, what I'm thinking about is making space for things. So in a stereo mix, you have your left and your right channel. If you put left and right, did I do the right side? You can make something right down the middle, which means playing equally from both ears, or you can have both channels, or you can have panned all the way to the left, which means the volume in the right ear is turned all the way down. I think that's what it is. It's something like that. But it's basically it's only coming out of the left side, and then you can turn it up on the right side and kind of balance that out. So if it's coming out of both ears equally, it's right down the middle. And if you have every sound in your mix coming right down the middle, it can get muddy. Whereas if you take some sounds and put this one over here and this one over here, all of a sudden you have space within the same piece of audio, just because the information is being sent to different channels, so your brain can kind of pick it apart and hear it as distinct parts instead of just all bleeding together. So let me see if I can give an example of this here. I think this was pretty effective on Where We Belong. Oh yeah, and so in the article they mentioned, was it this one? Yeah, for hard rock guitars, try hard panning. So he said, if you have two hard rock guitars doubling each other, the quickest way to that classic hard rock sound is to pan them all the way left and all the way right. And then he said Back in Black, Master of Puppets, so songs that I know very well. So I wanted to go and listen and see if I could tell that was going on. And yes, you can tell it's coming clearly from both ears. So here, if you're wearing headphones, you can test this by going like that, and the guitar is pretty much equal in both ears. Now that could be the case if it was right down the middle, you'd be hearing it equally with both ears, but actually, yeah, you can kind of tell a difference. So when it's first doing that the first riff there, after this, nope, before. There was a certain point where I heard it coming more out of the left. Oh yeah, it was. This is really hard to. It's really hard to sing these kind of riffs, but yeah, right here. See, it's all left now. Right, left. The other one will come in, and then they're both going together. Yeah, so you can hear that difference. So it's not just right down the middle. So that's cool. But it's just cool to realize. It's cool to learn stuff about, classic songs, about the techniques and stuff. So anyway, yeah, Where We Belong. There's some of this. I can pull up the set too. Man, I'm typing very badly. There we go. Let me pull up the set because that'll make it easier to see. I might have just said that, but I forgot already if I did, so apologies for being redundant. Hold on a second. Angus has a friend over right now. Angus is 5 and the friend is like 4 or 5, so I haven't opened this in forever, so I'll have to go find it. Sets, Where We Belong, project, Where We Belong. Okay, which one? I think this is the last one. My naming convention here, I think that's how you say it, is not good. Where We Belong, done, maybe not, up the sub, stereo. Yes, I think that's the one. That's the one that you hear if you listen to it on Spotify or whatever, Apple Music. This is the version that you hear. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. The idea behind this was. Sorry, I can't think and do this. Okay, so the idea behind this was that. Come on. In the title, I was showing what I had used to mix on. So when you're mixing, I'm sorry about this. I need to trim my mustache, and I keep forgetting to do it, so it's really annoying. Common practice when mixing is, as far as I know, is to take your mix and listen to it on different devices. Listen to it on crappy earbuds, listen to it on laptop speakers, listen to it in your car, listen to it in a bunch of different places so you have a better idea of kind of an average sound. Literally an average of different devices, right? But just to get a feel for it in different places. And then you can hear things sometimes that you wouldn't in the studio, which in this case, it's not much of a studio, but you hear things that you wouldn't otherwise in your normal environment where you mix, and it can help you kind of make it sound better on devices that people are going to be listening to it on. So I wrote into the titles of these sets. So what I would do is I would take the project, like here, let's try mixing. Right. So I would save the project and save a copy and rename it Let's Try Mixing. Then I would I don't know what split 1 is. Let's forget about that for now. But let's say I take that and I do a pass on Owen's little blue speaker. He had this little portable speaker. It's like this little ball speaker. And that was mono too. So I tried mixing it on that. I went through the song and I did like a mixing pass on that. I listened to it all the way through and I took notes of stuff I didn't like or liked. And then I went back and fixed those things to make it sound as good as I could on that little speaker. Then I would save that project, open it up in a different copy, and here, OLBS, Owen's little blue speaker, laptop speaker. So I'd go from the little blue speaker version to a laptop speaker and do another pass again on that. So that's why there's all this stuff. Well, done, maybe not, up the sub, stereo. So I was just literally taking notes in the title. So I had done, and then I second guessed myself, done, maybe not, so I turned up the sub bass, and then stereo. Anyway, so I was kind of, at that point, I was just naming my project based on what I was doing to kind of keep track. But anyway, this I believe is the Saturn Vintage Warmer OTT. Oh yeah, Tyrell N6. Okay, so we might be missing some stuff here because this is an old project, and this this hard drive. This is actually a different hard drive, yeah, than it started out on. So there's stuff that I'm missing, sounds that I'm missing. But let's see what we got. Wow, it sounds so different. Wait, this is pre-master, I think. Man, it sounds a lot better on Spotify. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that seems to be missing here, so I don't know what changed. I forget at this point. But anyway, so the point of this is, man, look at this. Oh my goodness. 43 tracks. Vocals? Oh, I didn't end up using these. Oh no. Oh, I think these are pretty bad. Yeah, I was gonna put that in there. Oh, praise the Lord. Oh my gosh. This has come so far. This whole thing, this whole music thing for me is like, oh, praise God. Oh man, it's come so far. Wow. Okay, so pluck and the ARP. This is the example here of panning. So, but yeah, 40 tracks. On Letting Go, I have like 80 or 90, 80 I think. Some 70, something like that, almost double, and that's like low for currently. That's not low for like, I mean, that's what I do now is like 100, 120 per song tracks. Before actual professional people, something you'd hear on the radio probably has like way more than that, depending on the song. But so it's not like I have a lot now, but I have a lot more. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so the ARP is panned to the right and the pluck is panned to the left. Not very much, apparently. Only 4 panning units, whatever that means. But you can tell it's slightly more over here. And you can do a comparison there again if you're wearing headphones. Take off the left one and then compare. Yeah, you can't tell that much with this. Here, I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna make it more extreme. You can tell a little bit there. Maybe if I turn it up like really high. Let's see. Oh, I don't need to do that one. Let's see. Okay, now you can tell. Now you can clearly tell that it's really quiet in this one. So you have to turn it up a lot before it becomes like night and day, but even so, it does make a difference. It's subtle, but it really does. It's amazing how much it has an effect versus not doing it. So let's see. If we take these together. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell right now. This sound, the ARP, played by itself, the difference is not as big, but it's definitely coming more out of this side. When you play them together with the pluck, which is more to the left, when you play them together, you can totally tell the pluck is over here and the ARP is over here. It's just slightly. But then if you unpan them, This is actually not the best example. It's not as good as I thought it was because I didn't pan them very much. I do definitely think it still makes a difference, but well, let's see. Well, this is not really probably worth it, but yeah, no, you can hear that, I think. If we center these. Alright, pluck over here. Dun, 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 dun. And then let's play that again, but center it. Yeah, so this is subtle. It's not as extreme as I thought, which would have been a bit better of an example, but that is the point, is to, it does help to spread things out. It might have been better just to make an example, but anyway. I mean, I don't know how clear that was, so anyway. that's what we're going for with panning right now. That's my main point. You can also pan stuff just because you like the way it sounds, but my main goals are, one, to create space and remove mud from the mix by giving each element room to breathe, and panning is actually a very effective way of doing that. Two, I have panned a lot of stuff already, and I want to go back through and balance it so that there isn't too much stuff on the right side, because I wasn't really paying attention to how many instruments were on which side. So if there's too many on the right side, the song will sound louder on the right side, and that's not what I want. So creating space and balancing are the two objectives right now for this panning pass through. Is there something else? Like an alright, maybe, that was like that? Oh, well, like here. This was more because it sounded cool, I think, than about clarity, but it also does have the effect of making you able to tell the voices apart. But for the background vocals here, this one's on the right, I believe, and then the lower one will come in more to the left here. Yeah. That lower one is on the left side. So yeah, that one's more extreme. Is there anything else in here? Those toms are panned. The hat is panned. I can't actually tell which side for some reason, but oh, there. That's over on the left. Yeah. So anyway, just it helps to give space to things. So give everything room to breathe, to be itself, to have its own impact on the song without getting drowned out. So anyway. That being said, there are some common ways of doing things, or some rules, like kick drum, bass, usually main vocal, and probably like a lead instrument. Those kinds of things are usually in the center. If your kick drum was over on the left side, you'd have a very, very strange sounding song. Well, let's try that. Okay, let's try putting the kick on one side or the other. Oh, that's volume. Okay, put it all the way over on the left here. that doesn't sound good. Put on the right, even more extreme. Back in the center. Yeah. Because it's like it's the backbone of the song in a way. Same thing with the bass. If you put all the bass, basically the more you get towards the low end, the more central you want it to be. For the most part, I believe. But yeah, if you take the bass, my computer is starting to freak out a little bit. What's all this CPU? Oh, nope, shouldn't have done that. You know, I forgot what happens, but when you click on that, it turns off the audio engine. I don't know exactly what that means, but effectively it kind of turns Ableton off, so it doesn't close it, but okay, now back on. It seems a little bit laggy right now, so I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, we're getting some like little glitching and clipping here. What's going on? Yeah, this is definitely slow. I don't know. Might have to restart my computer or something. You alright, bud? It's not hot. Air coming out of there feels cold. It's not hot. I don't know. I don't know. What you got going on there, bud? Maybe, I hope it's not some memory. RAM? Really? It's a RAM thing? Okay. Well, I guess, oh, you know, I guess that makes sense. I'm doing more now than I usually do. So I'm streaming, working on music, 2 monitors. I don't know if 2 monitors take more RAM. Forgive this brief tangent here, but does running dual, what? That overtype is really strange. Dual monitors use more RAM. Dual monitors cons. The only real con is CPU and RAM aren't really affected at all. Okay, so dual monitors is not affecting the RAM. How much RAM does streaming use? Oh. I have 16 gigabytes, so I'm like minimum, I guess. 4 gigabytes is not enough. Yes, but the days of 8 gigabytes being enough are slowly coming to an end. So I may be maxing out. I don't know. I feel like, you know, well, no, yeah, I've got a lot of stuff open, and I'm streaming. I don't know. Maybe I need more RAM. Maybe I don't. It seems like I should have more headroom than that. I shouldn't be using 98% or whatever. But that would definitely explain. Oh, hold on. I don't need that. Don't need that. That would explain why it's lagging if I am using that much RAM. That would definitely explain it. I've got Chrome here. That's the stream. I got OBS. Well, hold on. I'm sorry. I'll be done with this in a second. The amount that they're saying they're using, though, is not that much. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. 15.6 of 16 gigs. Yeah. So Next computer needs to have more than this because this is like bare minimum now. I'm gonna keep streaming, Lord willing. So gonna need more probably. CPU's doing fine. Oh gosh, yeah, it's totally filled up. Okay, well there you have it. I guess we'll keep things closed as much as we can. Get rid of these. We know what we're doing right now. I don't need that. I'll leave these open. Yeah, we'll check these out in a second. I can close Spotify. We don't need that right now. Close this, I guess. That's probably not doing much at all, but is that helping at all? Help me a little bit, maybe? I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, back to work here. So yeah, some sounds need to stay right down the middle, such as the kick drum. But this piano's probably good to have that central too. So that's right. So that was one of the things that was in one of those articles, was to check to make sure that something's not stereo when you don't want it to be. So yeah, I was gonna test and see if this piano is automatically widening itself, if that's the right term. I think this happens a lot with pianos where they have it programmed so that when you play a high note, it sounds farther to the right, just like it would be on an actual keyboard. So, okay. Okay, I'm not hearing anything. What's going on? Oh, I have to turn this on. That's what it is. Sweet. Okay, so let's see. That does sound more to the left to me. Let's go up high. Oh yeah. It's definitely more to the right than this. Yeah, I think you can hear it move over to the right more. Yeah, you can hear it go from left to right. Oh yeah, listen to that. Okay. That's really cool. Yeah, that's really neat, but it might not be what we want here. So that means that this... Well, actually, we're playing kind of in the middle of the keyboard, so it might be in the middle anyway. But let's just try that. Let's try putting this in mono and see what it sounds like. The one way I know of doing this is using utility, which we've used several times here for volume. And then you can... Yeah, man, my computer's having a hard time. Which doesn't really make sense to me, but oh well. Okay, so yeah, and then go width 0%. I think that makes it mono. I'm just gonna double check. Equal stereo. Okay, according to this, it's mono. Dub spot. But default it's set at 100, which gives us an unchanged signal. When we reduce the width to 0%, we're removing the stereo signal, completely leaving us with a mono signal. Setting sounds to mono is often used on elements that are intended to sound tight and solid in the mix. Kick drums, sub basses. Right, so not only are they not panned to the left or the right, they're put in mono, which effectively puts them back in the center. Because if your mix is stereo, a mono sound within it would be equally played on both channels, I believe. Alternatively, if we increase the width to 200, we're left with only with a widened stereo signal. Typically, this is quite an extreme effect, and while you may have things sounding wide, it'll be at the cost of your element sounding very thin and losing a lot of its meat. It's recommended to use a light touch on stereo width. In addition, you could load a utility on a return track with the width set to 200 and a very light touch. Okay. So according to them, I'm gonna get one more tip on that. Yeah, okay, utility plugin, 0%, okay. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, in Ableton Live, no, go away. In Ableton Live, use the utility plugin and assign a keyboard shortcut to tell it to be 0% width. Yes. Okay. That's good enough for me. That's what I thought. So 0% width for, let's see what this sounds like. I do think that sounds different. I'll put it back here before it goes through any processing, which is only a compressor, but if we put it at this stage, then it won't affect the reverb. I don't want the reverb to necessarily be mono. Yeah, I'm fine with the reverb sounding wide. So let's put that there. Get rid of this for now. Okay. So it does sound like it's on the right side. Putting in a mono helps to tell the difference. That's dead center. Then that's definitely to the right. But it also changes the sound to put it in mono. Let's see what it sounds like in the mix. We're gonna put one on here. Yeah, this is actually not normal too, because I've been doing this streaming for a while and the computer has not freaked out like this, so I don't know what's going on, but we'll check on that after this, I guess. Oh great, it just went right in there. That's unusual. Sounds quieter too, I think. I don't know if that's better. It is more central, but it doesn't sound good to me. Let's put it back the other way. Okay, yeah, that just sounds infinitely better, so we're not gonna do that. I think we will leave it right where it is though. We won't try to, we'll keep in mind that it's slightly to the right, which the mono, changing it to mono has helped us realize that it's to the right, but we'll just leave it there and keep in mind that it is to the right. And so later, again, we'll keep it in mind. So later if we find stuff that's similar, that's also on the right, we can move it to the left. Okay, to balance things out. Then we got lead piano 2, which is going to be the same thing. It's going to be pretty far to the right because it's higher up. Let's try that comparison. Oh, we can do it right here. Let's just see see how easy it is to tell. Actually, I don't know. That doesn't necessarily sound okay, I can definitely tell when it's by itself that it's more to the right, but oh, here, let's try this. It's not as high as I thought, so. Okay, so it's not as extreme as I thought, but still, I'm just gonna leave that one as well, so we can skip that. In fact, I think I'm just gonna skip all of the pianos on this aspect, since they're already. If we're leaving some natural, we should leave the other ones natural, I think. Except perhaps, actually, this rhythm one. Let me see. So if we've got the chords. Oh, this is where we have both. So we have both. Wait, what? What? I panned them more to the right over here? Why? Oh, why did I do that? Wait. Oh. Oh. So these are not hard right and hard left for those chord piano tracks groups. They're automated to, they're centered, and then at a certain point they spread out to the right and the left, and then they come back. I'm guessing that I was doing that because of this, the Reviano, the reversed piano. Yeah. Hello?
You told me to do this.
What?
Are you still streaming?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Stetson and I are gonna play some Nash, so.
Okay. This sounds to me to be distinctly to the left now listening to it, with automation off. Of course it was to the right before, but no, I feel like at center. Yeah, it's definitely to the left at center because these chords are lower. Ah, well. But, okay, so here's the thing. If I had done that, if I'd had them spreading out right and left to make room for the reverse piano, I must have done that before I finished with the reverse piano, because right now the reverse piano is going back and forth, left and right. So it's not centered anyway. So it would make more sense for the piano to stay centered. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm going to re-enable this and I guess listen closely to the piano. I'm not confident that I'm going to be able to really tell enough of a difference here to make a decision, really. But let's see what it sounds like and then try it without spreading. Here we go. Oh man, I'm sorry it's so laggy right now. I don't understand why this is happening. I'm just gonna, I guess, can I close anything? I can't really close anything. Okay, let's just keep going. Oh, that's it. That's what I did that's different. I increased the video bitrate. Oh, that might be it. Let me see. Streaming video bitrate. RAM impact. Streaming video bit rate. A bit rate, okay. Does video bit rate affect RAM? Is it affect? Yeah, okay. RIP. This is not necessarily what I'm talking about here. Yeah, I think I don't see anything specifically about bitrate, but I would assume that it takes more bitrate. Does it take more RAM? I guess so. I mean, that makes sense in a way. I don't fully understand what bitrate is. Video bitrate effect RAM does video bitrate affect. It's all the same stuff. But that is the one thing that's different, and it's lagging now that I updated the bitrate on here. I believe I can do that without closing the stream, so let's see. Back to 2500 from 4500. And we're still going. Yeah, okay. Now let's check our RAM and see if that's gone down at all. If anything, it's gone up. But hold on, let's give it a minute here. I don't know. I don't know if you can even do that. If you can close, change something like that and see a difference immediately. I don't know. I don't even know how that affects the stream. Looks like I got some research to do. But anyway, let's just try again. And if this is too laggy, rip. I could try restarting the stream, but then I'd have to get a new link again. You go through all that. seems to be doing better. Okay, now let's try centering that. And oh, wrong one. Come on, bruh. See, stuff like that, like that is not normal for it to take that many clicks to respond. Back again to the beginning. Yeah, see, like I clicked and it waits before it goes back. Yeah, this is not normal at all. Let's see if it's updated yet. Nope. Bruh. Now I could, I think I could help this by changing all this to audio. That would help the CPU though, I believe. Does bouncing to audio help you take less RAM? I should say does, well, that'll work. Bounced audio versus MIDI for CPU power, understanding RAM management. Here we go. Okay. Is freezing can save a lot of CPU. Okay. Yeah, so this is something I haven't really started doing yet. Taking MIDI and bouncing it to audio before I mix, which I may start doing soon. But I don't know. The thing is, you can't edit. You can't edit audio. So what that would be is like taking yeah, so right now the piano, for example, is MIDI. So what that means is I've got these notes here. Right. So it's just, the clip is literally just notes on a piano roll. This being the piano roll, there's lots of, it's got a very vast range of, yeah. Since this is a piano, it has a limited range. That's as low as it goes right there. Oops. But anyway, so this is just, MIDI is just, each of these notes here tells the computer to play that note on the instrument you've applied to that track. So I can take this, so like right now this is a piano, right? But if I take that track and put Sylenth on it, for example, and I'm just gonna make this a basic saw wave so that it doesn't sound terrible and you can hear the chords, because the default patch is not going to be helpful. This is bad. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So same notes, different sound. So a MIDI track is a combination of the notes in the clip right here, the sound that the notes are being played with. So a synth or a sample, like the piano is a sample. They have samples for every different note on the piano, different velocities, different hardness. So they've got, you know, a lot of different samples in that, whatever you call it. I actually don't know what the technical term is for that, but in that sample pack, for lack of a better term, they have a bunch of different samples, and depending on the MIDI note, how long it is, the velocity of it. So yeah, that's another thing, is you can go in MIDI and change the velocity of a note. So I can if I turn this up, that means it's like you hit it harder, is what that means. So you can't tell the difference with this synth right now because I haven't programmed the synth to sound different at different velocities, which is something you can do and something that I'm not good at all. I haven't really figured out yet. But the piano has that, this piano sample pack has that built in. So I'm sorry this is slow right now. I have to go back to when this was a piano. Yeah, man, this is having trouble at the moment. But you can totally tell the difference. Okay, great. We're back to the piano. So here, look. Let's just take this and copy it and turn up the velocity here. Duplicate it. Yeah, see? It's like playing it soft and then hard. It's a completely different tone that it has. So depending on what you're using, you can get that kind of information in there too. Also with MIDI, you can control lots of different parameters with controllers. So like if you have a sustain pedal, for example, like if you're playing a piano and you held down the pedal, you know, the note would stay after you let go, right? The sustain pedal. You can plug in pedals and you can record pedal information, and you can set that to all sorts. You can map the pedal to not just sustain but any other number of different parameters. So like for example here, oh wow, yeah, so pan, volume, just those are ones that are straightforward. So you can program all kinds of different things in there. So you can say, when I hit the pedal, I want a filter to move on this, and you can record that information in there. You can record all kinds of stuff right into the actual clip. And then when you copy that clip onto another track with another sound, it takes all of that information, and then depending on what that sound is programmed to do, it changes that sound and plays with that sound differently. So anyway, MIDI has a lot of flexibility to it, and you can change it and edit it to sound exactly how you want. Audio is just it's almost like the recording of that. It can be, you can turn a MIDI track into audio, but then you can't go back and edit the MIDI clips because it's been turned into just a recording. You can put effects on audio. You can take something that's already been recorded and then put more effects on it. That's what we've done with the drums, these are just samples. So like, well, it's a combination of both. That's not really true. No, yeah, my drum tracks are MIDI. But what the point I'm making is that they have effects on them. So like these, like the kick has all these effects on it, making it sound really different. So those effects are making it sound really different, and you can do that to audio, but you can't edit you can't change what it does, and you can't change the sound itself. Like I could go back into, well, you can't change the root of the sound. If I go back, if I go back into one of my synth tracks, I can edit the synth to be completely different if I want to change the root sound. You can't do that with audio. So you can take a sound and a bunch of effects, and like, you know, MIDI clips and a bunch of effects on it and a piano sample, turn it into audio, and then all you can do is change it from there further. You can't go back and change what notes it plays or anything. So anyway, I like to have, that was not the best explanation. I'm sorry, I was a little convoluted, but I like to keep it in MIDI because then I can go back and change things. So I haven't really made the leap to mixing in audio yet. The other thing too is, since I'm still learning so much, I often make a lot of changes during the mixing process. So I like to keep that flexibility there. Audio would make it easier on my computer. If everything was in audio and not in MIDI, it would make it a lot easier on my computer, but I'm just not confident enough yet to lock in a sound to turn into audio. And at this stage, it doesn't seem like it would be worth the time. So anyway, continuing on. Right, so we're listening to the piano now to see if it sounds different, which I have completely forgotten at this point since I went off on that long tangent. I think, but I'll try listening to it and see if I can remember. Okay, I can tell the difference. I do think it's better, actually. Having it panned, even though the reverse piano is panning back and forth, it does sound better, I think. Let me see how it sounds in the rest of the song like that, because we might just want to do that, like spread the piano. Oh yeah, like the guitars, right? Because the guitars are that heavy kind of rhythm. This is not rhythm exactly, but it's kind of the same. It's a lot of the meat of the harmony, I guess. Right? Yeah, you can really tell here too that they're off to the side, because if you listen to the vocal, it sounds like it's up here and the guitars are like wrapped around it. Yeah, you can definitely hear that. Man, I have not listened to this in a long time, but so it might be cool to do that with the piano like they've done it with the guitars in those songs, because it's a similar kind of sound in purpose, just kind of like a lower to mid frequency harmonic support for the melodies and stuff, which in certain parts of the song take center stage, like the guitars in some parts of, well, certainly any metal or rock track, there are definitely parts where the guitar takes center stage. But similarly in this, like in the first drop, we have a point where the focus is the piano. So in a way, it's very similar to what a rock guitar would be doing. So I think actually we should try panning it one way or the other. Now the thing about that is, should we turn it to mono first so that we take something that's centered and then pan it? Because if we just pan it, we're panning something that's already panned, right? Because the piano is automatically being panned depending on where you play it on the keyboard. So since these are lower notes, like we talked about, they're on the left side. So do we need to compensate for that by panning more? All these things I do not know, but let's see if we can let's see how this sounds if we do pan it. Now those were panned hard left and right. Let's just do that. Let's just pan this really hard left all the way and all the way right and see what it sounds like. This might not sound good. Well, it doesn't sound bad. Actually, I think that sounds quite nice. The only thing is I feel like it still leans towards the left, and I think that's because of that automatic panning. So even the one that's all the way to the right is not really all the way to the right because it's leaning left. So it's like, it's not a perfect experience of that. So if we do put in the mono, the plugin, and make it mono, where do we want to put it? Let's just try putting it on the very end and see what that sounds like. Because I think it should go through the effects on the track and then go out and be panned by the knob over here, whatever you call it. It's not really a knob, but the slider thing. So let's see. I think if we do it in this order, it should work. Yeah. That does not sound good though. Wait. Okay, we're getting into territory here that I am very unfamiliar with. Let's not mess with phase. That does not sound good. I don't think doing that at any point is really going to sound good. Perhaps if we pan this one more conservatively, it will line up with the other and feel more balanced. Well, that sounds pretty far right. Why does it sound like it's not? Okay, I might have been just hearing things wrong. Because this one does not seem to have any left ear information in it, so it's not unbalanced like I was saying, I think. I don't know. Let's just keep going though. It does sound good. Sounds really good. Well, you can see here. So, yeah, already well, already. Just with the piano changing, the kick drum is coming out more because that's in the center. So, okay, re-enable. No. We changed the automation, so that doesn't. We just want to center these now. Yeah. So that's I'm listening to the kick drum right now. Oh yeah, the kick drum just comes through so much more clearly. Like listen to that. If you center it. Focus on the kick drum. And then you push it out. Oh yeah, it's way better. I'm just gonna go with that for now. Yeah, it definitely sounds better. Okay, that sounds good. Oh, we lost me. Okay, so I think someone's still watching this. I thought we lost our viewer, but my phone turned off apparently. So I'm turning it back on now. You can't really see it, but yeah, it turned off. So thank you for watching all this time, whoever you are. Oh wait, what? Oh, my battery is dead. That would be why it's turned off. Oh, I'll fix that later. Whatever. So yeah, I can definitely hear an improvement to specifically the kick drum coming through. There's probably other things that sound better that I'm not noticing as much, but we're going to stick with that for now. For sure, that sounds great. A little bit of panning done. By the way, I think I'll go till 12:30 if I can, and then stop there. So well, that's here. It's 11:23 now, so another hour is what I'm saying. It's 11:23 now for me. I don't know who's watching and where they are, but most likely they're in my time zone. But you, whoever you are, not they. Okay, right. Sorry, back on track here. So, rhythm piano. I'm gonna make a note here. Come back to rhythm piano for panning. I did not write all that quickly. Come back to rhythm piano for pan check. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to that later because I don't know if I want to do. I don't know if I want to pan that yet or not. So I'm just gonna leave that for now and see where it falls with everything else. Reverse piano, we've already got that. That's already doing its thing. It's panning pretty hard back and forth. Which is nice because it leaves room for the drum. Oh, let's well, not quite yet. Let's try to get a little bit more done before we get distracted again. But I want to listen to some of these and see what the panning is like in those. So that's not a distraction per se, but strings, this should be centered like the lead piano. Actually, maybe it should be slightly to the right because lead piano is slightly to the right, but I'm gonna leave it centered. It sounds good where it's at, and that's a lead instrument, so we don't want to have that off to the side too much. Also, in a way, since it goes hand in hand with the piano sound, it can kind of anchor the piano to the center a little bit. Okay, so drums. Kick should be center. Sidechain is just a copy of the kick. So I'm not going to explain right now. Center, snare, center, yes. It's nearly center. Now we have our hi-hat tracks, 3 of them. This is not technically just hi-hats, but I've filtered it to the point where it practically is. That's the main purpose that it's serving now. So, sorry. So that one's just all the way, not all the way, but that one's just panned to the right. And then these are panned to the right as well. Now, did I pan this is just audio. So this is just take the whole thing and move it to the right. But this track is a bunch of different samples, and some of them may be panned differently. No, they're not. Okay, so I want this to not be on the right then. Or maybe this should be on the left. This is not balanced. That's the point. We got this on the right and this both on the right. That's not right. Let me try putting this over equally to the left. Oh my gosh, this is so cool because it does sound a lot better. Wait, is this too loud? Is my mic too loud now? I turned the gain up earlier because I was very tired and it was early and I was mumbling and stuff, but I think it might be... I think I might have just heard it clip, but I could have been Ableton. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't seem like it's too loud. Yeah. So anyway, panning this to the left while that stays on the right just frees both of them up from each other so much. You can hear both of them better. Here, I'm going to put it back over to the right where it was. Man, what's going on with that? Okay, and then we're going to put this back over to the left. It's kind of hard to stay focused on just the hi-hats, but try, and I'm trying. Try to hear the difference here. Besides the obvious difference that one's over on here now. That's very clear, that one sound, which is this one. Yeah, that's very clear. That's over on the left. But here, I'll just solo them. Right. I think I might try painting that even more to the right. And that's too much actually in the mix there. I think since they're panned equally to either side, they still hold together pretty well as like the hi-hat section, but you can hear the consistent shuffling of the old school and the more kind of not syncopated, I don't think exactly, maybe that's the word. They really stand out from each other. Now at this point I've gotten really used to hearing this over on the right side. So maybe I'd want to switch that around. Let's see. Sorry, I don't know why it's so laggy right now. 12 left, 12 right. I think that sounds worse. Just like objectively worse. I think that it sounds objectively worse. That is a contradiction, isn't it? Maybe not. But yeah, I think that it might be just because there's a lot more on the right side in general, and so it seems unbalanced. Because this is louder. This section is much more impactful than this one. So I think putting that on the right and putting this one on the right and this one on the left makes it seem heavy on the right side. But this, even though I'm not used to it, sounds really good. Better than the other way anyway. Now another thing I could do, you know what, maybe I should do this. This might be a good idea. So I could duplicate Old School and pan one on one side, one on the other, because that is an important sound. Even though I just said it doesn't have as much of an impact, that's mostly because it's filtered so much. It's all high frequency, so it does have a significant effect on the song, but not sonically. It's not as weighty, I guess. But so I could duplicate that, pan one to the right, pan one to the left, so then we have a spread out but kind of balanced, fast-paced hi-hat, and then we can have these ones panned individually, which might be pretty cool. I think that would be better. I should try to do that. And then these ones are already panned individually, but we can do a check on those. So I am going to try that out and see what it sounds like. Duplicate that. This is called Old School 2 because at a certain point I had an Old School 1 that was treated differently, had different effects on it. And I'm not saving Old School 1 anymore. I've ditched it, so I don't need to keep 2. So I'll rename Old School Right and Old School Left. And we can move on from there. There we go. That took way too long. I mean, not to sound like I'm complaining, but usually it does go a lot faster than that. So it's not normal. And it's okay, but I'm just a little concerned about it because I wonder why. Okay, great. So we'll make left on the bottom. I think I usually make left on the top, but I don't know. Okay, let's see what this sounds like. Also, we'll have to turn these down a good bit, since now there's 2 of them. They are louder together. Okay, when I put this back to the center, it seems like this one, where is it? Oops. That one sounds to the left. When I play it all together, it sounds like that one's more to the left. Yeah, the song sounds really left heavy to me now. This is bizarre. Bizarre. It's not panned to the left. Sounds central there. Okay, no, it doesn't. Oh, is it Ringu? Yeah, my bad. It's Ringu. Okay, this one's fine. So Ringu has a different sample playing the same pattern. And that one is panned to the left. So we need to get those on the same, well, not necessarily, but... Ooh, actually, yeah, not necessarily. That might be cool if they were panned differently from each other. So if it was a real drum kit, you'd be playing the same... you'd hear it on the same side, since it would be theoretically one sound. I can't imagine someone playing the same pattern on two different hi-hats at the same time while drumming. That wouldn't really work. Well, it might work, but certainly not conventional, I don't think. But here we have freedom to do that if we wish, if it sounds better. Yes, I'm gonna have to go through and rebalance that. I'm gonna do the hi-hat first, and just get that figured out, and then we'll go into Ringu. Ringu. So let's see, what do we have again? I think it's just those two the whole time. And then this one I've taken out, which I still need to decide actually, I guess. It's too busy. Okay, so two sounds. Got two sounds. I'm gonna go to session view because I find this easier. So here, and this is, so we have arrangement view, which is this where you can see, sorry, waiting for it to load here. So this is arrangement view. You've got the whole song on a timeline, and your tracks are top to bottom, 1 to whatever, 80. What is it in this case? 78. Okay. And you can see time in seconds on the bottom. Well, seconds to start, and then minutes. So minute 30, 2 minutes, 2:30, etc. And up here you see bars, I want to say, or measures maybe. I think it's bars. Oh wait, no, it's whatever you have, I guess. But no, yeah, the default would be bars. Is that, wait, would this change that? No, where does this change? Wait a second, what does that change? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I just always assumed this was like what changed the grid, but it doesn't appear to be. Let's see. Quantization. Click to choose the global launch quantization. Oh yeah. Okay. Forget that. I'm so sorry. What was I doing? Right, this is arrangement view. I'm not sure what these units up here are, but they're more related to the music, the tempo. This is related to time in seconds and minutes. So you've got two timelines there. Well, it's all on the same timeline, but yeah, 2 units of measurement. And you can see the song as a whole. You can play from any point. Session view is different. You can put clips in these scenes here, which are the the tracks are left to right, so 1 at the left and 78 all the way over at the right. Everything within a horizontal, that'd be a row, right? Column from the top. Yeah, so every row, each row is called a scene, and you can control scenes all at the same time. So if you play a scene, like over here on the side, if you play scene 4, sorry, I hit stop a long time ago, but this lag is bad for some reason. So you play all the clips in a scene, and then when you go back to... Okay, no, sorry. I'm going to edit myself here and not explain this all the way right now. But in arrangement, in session view, you can open up group tracks. No, you can open up individual tracks. So if you have drum... What's it called? Drum rack on a track. You can open up the track itself and see each individual sample that you have on the rack. So here, now I see all of these little cells here. Why is this quiet? Help! Oh, that's why. Okay. You can see all these cells here as individual tracks, kind of, and that makes them easier to work with, in my opinion. Right, so here, this is how it looks in arrangement view. You can only see this section, so you'd have to go to one, find it on here, and then adjust the panning here. You could do that. I just find it easier with these vertical ones. It's easier to keep track of everything. So anyway, let's get back to this. Let's see. So okay, I don't know why we're getting missing hits in there. That's not right. I don't think. Oh, okay, so these are not all the same. That's very strange. These should be the same across both. Not that one? So it's the top one? Yeah. Wow, what does it sound like? Okay, so I just soloed it. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay. I think that's too confusing to have it playing its own separate pattern. So I'm just going to make it the same as these, where it's just all along the top here, just solid eighths. What was it? Eighths, I think. Eighth notes. Let's grab all these. Yeah, everything's moving a lot slower right now. I mean, look at that. Click. It's a while ago. Yeah. Okay. I guess I don't have to delete it. I can just go here. Go all the way to the back. Paste. Yep, go all the way to the back. And paste. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. It's time to get this song done. I'm not gonna rewrite my hat pattern right now. We're just going to homogenize it. Yeah, and that does not sound good. Having the Ringu's version of this on the other side does not sound good at all to me. So we've got the on the right in the hats track, and then we've got the playing at the same points on the left side, and that combination is not good. So I think we need to put those on the same side eventually. Yeah, I actually like having the little hat over on the left side now better. But does this one need to be on the right or the left? Let me think about this. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. We can try it on the right, I suppose. Let's find it. It's this one, right? Yes. And yes, I do prefer session view, but I'm not switching back because it's just so laggy. One thing I could do that might make it actually sound better is I know I said I wouldn't rewrite my hat patterns here, but if I just, and this would be easy to do, if I just remove every one that hits at the same time as this hat, it might sound a little bit better. It's a little bit less complicated here. Let's just see what we're dealing with that. Oh yeah, here's one way we could do it. Just go like delete all the ones we're not using. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Oh, nope. Too much. So Is that too much? Okay, no. Start with that for now. Nani.
Let's handle this real quick.
Oh, okay. So, for an example, we'll start with this and just see how it sounds. But then we take those, copy and paste them, and then move them up to that sample, turn them off, and then there we go. We've got gaps where we need gaps. So let's see what this sounds like. Not good at all. I don't think it sounds good at all. So we put those back down there and undo until we don't see any more. Gotta be careful not to do too much undoing. Okay, here we go. Put those back in. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's one mystery solved. But now, do we like it more on the left or on the right? I don't know. I don't think that's good. I think we should just balance it out. So I think just left and right for those. Maybe the same amount. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, I think that sounds better. I'm gonna experiment a little bit though. Oh man, I'm so tired. I actually think that sounds better, a little bit closer in. Yeah, we'll fix that one too. I think we'll make that the same. Well, we'll try that the same and see how it sounds, but that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to leave the hats there for now. I'll move on to Ringu officially. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm shaking my monitor here. All right, so the webcam's moving. Stop yawning. That's the one. Find it. Percussion granular. That sounds the best to me, I think. It's just slightly to the right. Less even to the right than the other one. Ooh. I am very hungry, apparently. Man, it's so laggy. I can't even see when things are playing. That's unfortunate. But it's alright. Go in here and find it. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I think this is actually good for the most part. I don't really need to redo that. Excuse me. I don't know. I'm just like suddenly getting very sleepy, but that's good. So bass does not need to be moved at all. Just center for that one. Tone. Oh, I didn't pan this, did I? Strings Y. That might be good to pan to one side. Or maybe I could do tone on one side and strings Y on the other. Only problem with that is that strings Y is in there for longer, so it won't be totally balanced, but maybe on the right side? Actually, while I like the hats where they are, since they've moved back to the center, I feel like they're taking away from the snare a little bit. So I think they need to be pushed out. So let's go do that real quick. I'm just gonna do them the same amount. I'm gonna do 8 points and see how that sounds. Just a gut feeling there. This one, right? Yeah, so plus 8, 17, right. 17 to the right. And then Ringu. And 8 points to the right would be what? How many? How many? That's it. Wow, praise the Lord. It was already there. 8, correct. No, 8 points, not 5. We want 8 points, so we need 11. I believe. Man, I still want to push those out farther. I'm gonna go 3 more points each. I think these might be too loud too. Turn it down, maybe. Nope, not that. 20. Yeah, okay, so the left one needs to go down a little bit, and the right ones need to both go down a good bit. So let's find that one again. Yeah, bring that down. Let's bring it down to, oh, no, minus 4.4. No, minus 4.2. Just a couple of dB, not too much, but just a little bit further back. A little bit more. Try another dB. That'll put it at 3 dB. To the left. That's pretty good for now. Let's balance the other one first and see how we like that. Oh yes, you are going down a good bit. Maybe 6 or more. Let's try that. So are you. Let's just bring the other one down the same amount for now and see how that sounds. 6.6 dB. 6 dB. Actually, this one came down to 6.8. Oh, bruh. Come on, bruh. Oh, I got it. I've gotten so used to the lag that I just didn't see it change. And then I expected it to take forever, so I was waiting. 5. So 6.8 minus 11 point 12.3, negative 12.3. Yeah. That sounds a lot better. Let's listen to it before Ringu comes in. Oh. Good. This one just a little bit further down and just a bit brought in here. Wait, how much was that? It's a problem with this lag here. Yeah, that's not 6 down. Just a little bit, and then bring this in a little bit. Yeah. I just noticed something with this one sample in Ringu. I feel like it's a little slow. So I may have not cropped the clip enough. The sample enough. So I'm going to try that real quick. This is sounding pretty good. I feel like some of the samples are kind of so I like where the two hats are now. That's and the I like their position. I like their volume, but I feel like they're clashing now with some other stuff. So we need to figure that out. But this one. That one, I feel like is a little bit slow. So let's check on it. That's it. So find the sample. Oh. Attack. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna turn that all the way down. See, that sounds a little better. I may have accidentally changed that at some point. Yeah, I think I did change that at some point. Yeah, everything sounds a lot snappier now. That's great. Wow. Praise the Lord. I would not have ever looked for that ever. I feel like some of these oh, I have to click Ableton. There we go. Some of these Ringu sounds are a little too far to the left. So I need to fix those. What else? What else? A little too far to the left. Need to check the clashing. Man, I am losing steam right now. I'm so tired. I'm really hungry too. Probably should eat something and take a break, but let me finish this up first. Okay. Yeah, man, I'm losing focus. Like, whew. What are we doing again? I guess ones that are too far to the left first. No, we don't want it there. We want it here. Yeah, that's basically me right now. Yeah, so those last two, I think, are a little too far to the left and not separate enough from each other. So let's find where they are. Come on. Those two, okay. Praise the Lord. It was lagging right until those two played, and then I saw it, and then it started lagging again. So, perfect. Snare granular stretch again, okay. Percussion granular stretch, alright. I don't know, that doesn't really help me, but I'll try to find them. Percussion granular stretch? Nope. Percussion granular? Nope. Percussion granular? Was that audible on the stream? That was loud. Actually probably is. Snare granular stretch. they both appear? No. That's one of them. Where you at? Okay, so let's just bring that in 3 points. And see if that's enough. Okay. Praise the Lord. I was lagging like crazy, but saw it. Where are you? There you are. Oh, that one was the same exact distance. So let's move that into 12. Whoa, way too far. What? Oh, no, we need to go up. Sorry. 12 left. Okay. Actually, I like him a little bit further out. So I'm gonna put this guy right about. It's like a couple different accents in one. That is strange. 14, and put the other one at about what? At about 17. Just back where it was. See how that sounds? My stomach is like, eat something! Eat something! Wait a second. What? What? I feel like that needs to be farther to the left for it to sound right. Whoa, way too far. Good grief. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it there for now. So we got the hats. Next thing, try splitting tone and tone, the track, and strings Y. Okay. 12:30, 15 more, 16 more minutes. Okay. I'll do that. I'll do it at 12:30. I am feeling really worn out, but we can do it. We can get 15 more minutes in. Right. Okay. Well, I mean, if it stops lagging, anyway. Okay, so I didn't need to write that down after all. So let's go figure this out. Okay. feel like this should be hard left. That's my initial guess. Sounds really good. I'm gonna try a little farther. That's a lot farther. Yeah, definitely not that far. Oh, man, this... Okay, alright. 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 That sounds perfect to me. Now let's try this. If that's the right. The only thing is I feel like it's a little bit... The low end part of it's a little bit too far to the left sounding. Might do a balancing trick with that like we did with the reverse piano, where I have one that's, so I have one hard to one side, let's say hard left, and then a copy of that that's close right and low volume to kind of balance it out. All right, let's see what this is like. I'm just gonna mirror for now. That sounds pretty good. I can't really tell at this point, to be perfectly honest. I can't quite tell with that one because it's pretty quiet. I feel like there's more to be done before that comes out. Maybe some EQ would help. I'm just gonna leave that there for now. Now, it occurs to me at this juncture that panning might be better done on a how do I say this? Might be better to listen to the song and listen for things that sound like they're competing and then pan specifically instead of just going through each track and seeing if it sounds good panned. But food for thought, I guess. Pads, they're super wide anyway, right? Oh, okay, so these are super wide. I think maybe I should bring the piano in a little bit so that it's not sitting out there on the sides, kind of crowded into the corners with the pads. So the pads should be the farthest out, I think. I'm gonna try bringing this in to 40 and just see how that sounds. 40, so that's a negative 40 for left. And then let's solo piano and pads. Right here, sorry. Boom, boom, and those are at 50, yeah. So let's see what we got. Play it. Oh, they're not here yet. Here. Maybe I should have let that play. That was kind of cool to hear him gradually come in. Yeah, since I didn't read that, I'll just go back. Oh, yeah. Piano is just nestled in between them. That's really nice. That's great. Oh, it sounds great. Praise the Lord. Yeah, your pad's way out on the sides, and then the piano in between that, and then right down the middle, the kick and the bass. It's nice. Listening for the tone now. The tone. Hear it a little bit. A little early. Okay. Great. Now, OG pad. OG pad, man. What do we got? Left and right. Left, right. And we did not do anything. We didn't do anything with it. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So originally, the low harmony of the pad was on the left, then the middle was on the right. Top, I don't know. This is another scenario we could duplicate and do another left-right, double up. I think it might be cool to have the new pads on the outside, then the old pads slightly in, and the piano in the middle of that. Theoretically, that sounds cool in my head. Yeah, and then we can have the pluck stab doubled and brought into like 20 either side, because then the click and the speaker buzz can be right in the middle. And also I want this to sound wide but not like way out on the sides. So maybe having it about 20 doubled up would sound good. Oh, you won't be able to hear it then. Let's do click here and then play. Hopefully it'll catch up with us in a second. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to try that real quick, and then that'll be it. So this is the last thing, which is nearly the last thing that we're doing. All this stuff should be central. Wow, praise the Lord. Wow. Wow. I kind of doubt that this will be like done, but it might be. Why not? It sounds good, right? Okay. Wow. 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 Oh, I'm really excited to be done with this song. So, seeing this kind of progress is like, yeah. It's like, yeah. English 101. Like, yeah. What would that be in? An adjective? It's like, yeah. Like, yeah. What would you call that? What would you call a like phrase? A like adjective phrase? A comparison phrase? Okay. So what was the idea? 40 for this. Minus 40. And plus 40. Then it would require lowered volume, seeing as there is now a pair of these instruments. Audio effects, utility. Place it upon the track. Wait for it to load. And then we can use it. Perhaps. How do you say perhaps with a British accent? Perhaps. It sounds weird to me right now. Okay. I'm just gonna try. Honestly, this is gonna be really hard because it's laggy, so I'm just gonna take a guess here. I'm not gonna fine tune this right now, but I'm just gonna try to duck the volume a good bit since we're doubling, and then we can check how it sounds. I'll just do the same thing for the pluck stab part. Put that in at 20 and the piano at 30, 35. I'm thinking 35, 30, 35, probably 35. We could put the OG pad at like 40. 40 too, and then have 50 for the new pad, 45 for the piano, and 40 for the OG pad. But I might do that by myself at some point, although literally all the work I've been doing on music has been on the stream lately, so we'll see. But that's something I could just do. I bring that up because maybe it wouldn't lag if I wasn't streaming, but hopefully we can solve the lag issue.
Post haste. Post haste. Post haste. Hopefully we can find a solution before too much time is wasted in the use of an inefficient program.
Is my phone charger in here while I'm waiting? Since I'm not doing anything. Oh yeah, it is. Just gonna plug this in.
Oh, alright. Oh, alright. I suppose you should, shouldn't you? That is efficiency. Spending the time efficiently. ああ、そうですね。そうそうそうそうそう。そうそうそうそう。ここで、ここに、ね、ここで、ここに、ここで、ここに、ここで、ここに、3、2、1。間違えたね。間違えた。思います。忘れました。Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Three, two, one. Nope. 3, 2, 1. Nope. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I was a little late. Okay. That's done. Finally. Okay. So now we take the 20 and minus 20. I'm sorry, this is like annoying. I'm so tired. Okay, let's see. 40 and 40. All right. I'm excited about this actually. Let's listen. Let's listen. The volume sounds pretty good. Actually, I'm not sure that I like the plug stab split up like that. This one. The one that's playing right now. Yeah, no, that does not work for me. Okay, so we're gonna keep one of those. And not do the other. Pad, I think, is good. I like the pad. I like it. I think I like it. ちょっと待ってね。待ってください。試します。Oh boy. Okay, great. Okay. Turn that off. Open this up. Actually, I'm just going to delete it. Center. Delete. Come on. Zap, zap, zap. 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 Okay. He's very tough utility plugin. Need a bazooka to get rid of him. Yeah, there we go. See, that helped. When the smoke cleared, he was no longer there. Okay. Good. This is good, I think. I'll come back and listen to it again later. But definitely want to stick with one of the pluck stab thing. Other than that, we did the painting. Praise the Lord. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're making progress here, lads. Help. Okay. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it somehow. And we'll be back again maybe today. I don't know. Might not have time today, but yeah, it was fun. And we got a lot done. Even though it was laggy. Hopefully we can fix that. Not a whole lot to summarize because we just did painting the whole time. Wait, is that all we did today? Or did we finish the levels? Did we just do painting today or did we finish levels today? I don't know. I'll go look back at the stream, I guess. But yeah, so thank you for watching. God is good. Jesus loves you. That's a fact. Believe in Jesus. Yeah, that's all I got. All right. Well, I will be back at some point, and you'll hear about it, I suppose. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.